So Colony.io released a white paper the other day, and it was one of the first projects on Ethereum, also one of the more interesting. So we're going to have a look at that. What is it? It's a blind meritocratic peer-to-peer organization structure / human layer protocol kind of thing. Its reason for existence is the creation, assignment and completion of tasks towards a more abstract goal. So that's a DAO structure, decentralized autonomous organization, whereby smart contracts distribute the ownership according to individual contributions, and influence emerges from a blind peer evaluation of contribution. So to manage a lot of tasks, a colony can be divided into domains or subdivided into domains, and then tokens are assigned to these domains or tasks on a continual basis, directed by members of the colony and prioritized by reputation. Bounties are then posted to tasks before they're assigned and then funded through the funding mechanisms, but we'll go through that later. We'll start with reputation. So reputation is quite key. It's required to create tasks and domains as well as fund them, and are generated by historical contribution, as well as being non-transferable. So your reputation can't be swapped or traded between users. Your tokens can, but your reputation can't, and reputation determines weighting and influence and payments and all sorts of things. So a revenue generating colony may elect to pay out a portion of its revenue to members, which could be, say, a function of the token reputation holdings that they have, ensuring that those that contribute the most, stake the most, see the most reward for their efforts within the colony. Each task has one of three roles associated with it. There's a manager, a worker, and an evaluator, which are all actually Ethereum addresses, so that they can be interacted. These roles can be interacted or fulfilled by external services other than humans, or contracts other than humans, but for now it'll probably just be humans, and we'll see what the future brings, but it can expand in that direction, which is kind of cool. So a manager selects a worker and evaluator, placing a bounty, adding task metadata for evaluators and workers to be assessed against. So the metadata would be what the actual task is. The evaluator would take that and use it to evaluate the work and determine whether it was completed well or not, and assign their rating. So the manager posting this task must have sufficient reputation and tokens to stake, although this does not fund the project, because that's done through the funding mechanisms in the colony itself, the main colony. Tasks are assigned and the work's carried out once the task has received funding through said funding mechanisms. The worker is paid in accordance to the evaluator's score. So a 0 to 2 is rejection of the work, and a 2 to 5 is acceptance of the work. After this, the work goes into a state where disputes may be made against it, and that will go through a process to resolve them, after which the worker is paid. Also, if there's no disputes, the worker is paid. So that is my explanation and short notes on what Colony.io are proposing and what they're doing. They've released this white paper a couple of days ago, and then the day after that they have said that the token sale for these colony tokens will go on sale after the app is live on mainnet. The reason for this being they have consulted numerous lawyers, and they consider that pretty much any token, it can be determined as security. Any token that is not being used. So if it's a use token, and it's say a use token that you're holding in advance of the system going online, you're still speculating, ergo it fails the Howey test. So because that colony have said, right, we were going to do this in August, we were advised against it, so when our app comes out of closed beta, we will do the token sale once it's on the mainnet, because that way we can't be done by the SEC. So on that, that's another thought for any other token sales, because it would seem that most of them would be deemed securities, and you don't want to get the SEC on your ass. So yeah, hopefully people work around and do their due diligence and thinking about their tokens and token models and regulations before they launch, much like Colony have, which inspires a degree of confidence that they're looking out for their investors and people getting involved with them and just coming from the right place. So that's really cool. Well, it's a smart way of doing things. It's just cool to know that most things will be considered security. What else? So this is kind of all future of work stuff. Future of work is really cool. And on those lines, there's some guys I met in PopRad, Euros and Ben, who are involved in a thing called Etch.work, which is really cool. It's a bit of a paradigm shift. It's payments in real time. So you go into work, and as soon as you cross the door, the smartphone goes ping, he's in the building, start paying the man now. Man gets paid. If he's hungry at lunch, he can afford it. He can afford the bus. There's no more kind of predatory payday loans of waiting until you get paid because you've blown your money earlier or whatever. It racks up as you work, so you get paid in real time. That's really cool. Love this future of work stuff. So you've got Colony trying to provide the protocol there, Etch trying to do like payments in real time for working and paying taxes and blah blah blah. They do a whole load of stuff. And then you've got like the way people like Pillar, who I'm volunteering with, trying to operate, which is do stuff autonomously. They're less of a DAO, more trying to focus that in real life centrally without trying to figure out that problem, because we're working on another one. But it's still a cool way of working, and I do firmly believe it's the future of work in that respect. So just find stuff, do stuff in the interest of the organisation, and then get paid for working is just like how things should happen. It should happen in real time as you're doing it, and you should have a way of finding out what is beneficial for the organisation, or at least a structure to determine what needs to be done, how, when, and prioritise and organise the people there. So all this futurist work stuff, amazing. I love it, and bring on the future. On that, goodbye.